All right, so getting back into that, because my phone went off. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't pay attention to the charging it up. I hardly ever do, but yeah. So we went from 41 to 42, and 42 talked about like confidence and decisiveness. So you can't sit in this limbo energy and then expect you to manifest abundance and victory and success when you're indecisive and in limbo. And you can't mask that energy. You can't mask your insecurities because you will not be able to manifest if you're not authentic. Okay, let's get over to the left leg. So that was the right leg. So the right leg is stagnant. The right hand is protecting the heart. So maybe you're putting your right hand over your heart and your heart is hurt, okay, in the middle. At the head of it is you thought you were winning, but it was like two-faced energy. On the one hand, you knew something wasn't kind of right with that or what was going on. And now we're on the left leg. You got epsilon modulation, card number 28, and the Ace of Swords. So you know the truth, you know right from wrong. Ace of Swords is like when you speak the truth, it's like speak the truth and shame the devil. You cannot continue to lie and then use other lies to cover up that lie and then compound upon the lies and then think that you're going to get away with it. Because like back in the day, it used to be like, oh yeah, they're going to take that secret to their grave. Them graves are being shaken up, shaken, awakened, and all them secrets are coming out, period. So you can think that because you think, you're the creator and you think, well, this is how it was back then and this is how it's going to stay. Says who? You weren't even alive back in the ancient times. So a lot of things were happening back then and it's nothing new under the sun. We're repeating cycles over here and then having them same results. And then when you read what happens in the pages and it tell you what's going to happen, and then when it start happening, everybody looking crazy. I'm just trying to understand. You know better. You know better. You do better. Tell the truth and shame the devil. That's it. That's all. Like, you can't sit up there and then be acting nice, nasty, and passive aggressive. People like that, I honestly, I'm going to be real. I don't really gel with them people because I'm going to always say what I got to say. I'm even saying what I got to say to y'all. I don't even know y'all. But guess what? I'm going to say what I got to say. I don't mince words. I could come off as very harsh, but I'm an attorney by profession. I have to be assertive and I have to get my point across, or else how am I supposed to represent my client? How are my clients supposed to be heard if I'm speaking on their behalf? The problem is, though, a lot of the clients that I deal with have a hard time speaking on their own behalf when it counts. And that's why there's a lot of miscommunication issues, because you want everybody else to speak for you, then you be trying to speak for other people, and you're not communicating, and then things go left. But you have to understand and also be able to use your discernment. So people who are ready for the information, you can provide it. People who ain't ready, you leave them where they at. And that's it. That's all. Because at the end of the day, whoever's lying, they're only going to have themselves to blame. Because eventually they're going to hit that sword and they're going to fall into their own sword. Whether they speaking it or not, you can lie by omission. You can lie by omission. And whatever you omitting, when it eventually comes out, the result that you were trying to avoid is going to happen anyway. So you might as well tell the truth. You'd be surprised. I don't know why I saw card number 23, Beta of the Spirit Wolf, but my beta's looking at me. He's trying to be coy about it. He's on the side. Let's see. So this card is Epsilon modulation. And sorry, it's gonna be a little like the light isn't how it was because I'm using the other phone now, but you can still see it. You can see that sword now, okay? Gather your energy and go within to regenerate. Let your actions match your inner rhythms. Exactly. Everything has to be in alignment rather than trying to force yourself to keep peace with external cues. Commit to your own natural timing and pace. As you ground and connect to your center, you will realize your spiritual power to be at cause in any situation of concern. You have such goodness and light within you. Let go of shaming or blaming. Embrace the spiritual beauty within. Exactly. Don't let nobody shame you. They can't shame you if you don't humble yourself. Because, see, you take their power away when you come clean. When you come clean, by the time they come in and tell, it really reveals their character. Like, you really wasn't real anyway. So, if you come forward and tell the truth before that person do, what do they have? They don't have any ammunition. And now everybody looking at them like, oh, you was trying to hold the cards, huh? You was trying to hold that back to the last minute, huh? So you could catch them, huh? But you look worse because this person came and told the truth. Right? I mean, that's how I would see it. Like, I'm looking at the person who running in trying to trick on the other person. Like, oh, so what you thought you were going to gain from that? You thought you were going to gain what you want? A cookie? You want apples? You want... You know, you need to go eat some healthy snacks and engage in some healthy activities. The fact that you thought that you were going to win some accolades by holding on to secrets, toxic secrets, and then tricking on somebody else. Like, yeah, they did this, they said that. And then you sitting up there looking like what you are. Like a ish starter, a shit starter. And you think that people supposed to be cool with that? Like, no, now I don't want anything to do with you. In fact, I'd rather be around a person that was real enough, authentic enough to come and be honest than the one who wants to sit up there and tell on the other person. Because that means, like, ain't nothing sacred with you. At this point, we got Theta of Venus, card number 25. And we got the 8 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy. So some of you guys could be, so we have 2 and 5. 2 and 8, High Priestess and Leo energy. And we got 2 and 5, High Priestess and a Hierophant energy. So some of this could be going on 6, 7, like June 7th, June 2nd, June 8th. Because I got 6, 6. Just now looking at that, I got 6, 6. And then I got the Sun, I got 8. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. So Theta of Venus and 8 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy, talks about fast movement, communication, passionate communication. Could be text messages, could be news articles, could be videos, could be different levels of communication, could be shots fired. So if that's something that some of you guys are doing that are experiencing that, or you lost somebody from that, you know, I'm sorry. Take the parts that resonate to you. Under those circumstances, I can tell you, I am an attorney and I deal with clients who often you try to guide them in the right direction and you go right, they go left. You say go left, they go right. So, you know, eventually you're going to run out of opportunities and then you're going to run out and then, you know, things happen. And I feel for the family a lot, but a lot of the times it's that, you know, there was a lack of discipline. There was a lot of childhood traumas. There was a lot of things that families did not want out in the open. So they were okay with suppressing it and suppressing that person. And it exploded in emotions. And now that person's running wild, a menace to society. And now everybody's looking crazy. I don't know what you're looking crazy about because you can kind of predict based on patterns, behavior patterns, how things are going to culminate, you know, and then you can kind of predict after that how things are going to end, because a lot of times by the time they get to me, I'm going to tell you what, they're straight, there's 3 ways: jail, more jail, or death, okay? And after death, that's final, you know, until the creator re-wakes everybody up and then all the secrets or whatever comes out of the closet, out of the crypt, okay? So the crypt keepers will be releasing the secrets. But in the meantime, there is jail, more jail, or we can say jail, more jail being prison, and which are there for a very, very long time, and then there's death. So they're in one of those paths, okay? And the more that they get away with or think they got away with something, and I never understand it because then they get into these plea deal situations and they're like, well, at least I'm free, until they're caught up, and then they're caught up again, and then they're caught up, and now they got a whole book of criminal files, and then they get caught up on that one little thing, and then they're gone. They're done. Prison. They're done. So, and the state's like not going. Like, they don't care. They're like, no, we finally got you. You're done. So, I mean, I can, feel for you, but a lot of the times you kind of see, you can sit up there and act crazy all you want, but you know where this is going. You and I both know where this is going, so I can beat around the bush. I don't do that. Like, your child or your baby that you keep babying is out of control, and they are going 3 directions: jail, prison, or death. So what do you want to do about it? You want to keep playing around. You want to, keep giving excuses or making excuses and coddling, and you didn't teach them how to be a male, a mature, well-mannered adult, or they made those decisions to do that. And then at that point, for your safety, I always advise you got to do what you got to do. Distance yourself. You might even have to cut them off, because some people just got lessons to learn. It has nothing to do with the family. So you take it however it resonates, but it's for those who who I'm talking about. And then y'all on there, well, my baby, and yeah. I just had a client today, his mama. He got 2 criminal cases, and she come out, oh, my baby this, and she called me a bitch. I looked at it, I ignored her. But the thing about it is this, ma'am, the only reason you contacted me, and the only reason this person is locked up in jail is, and then I'm looking at the police reports, and then you asking me for a copy of police reports, and I'm telling you how to get a copy of the police reports, and you just want me to give you whatever I got when I can't do that. And I'm looking at her like, and I'm not looking at her literally, but I'm reading a text that she texted to me. Also, you couldn't call me and say bitch. You had to text me bitch. Okay. So I'll take the text bitch. Because you call me and say bitch, then you gonna get your feelings hurt, because I got some choice words back, Us Capricorns, we have, I'm a Capricorn. We have some choice words and some mouths on us. But it's like, oh, okay, cool. Bet. Because I'm just trying to understand how I'm reading both of these reports, and you caught up on 2 cases within a week, and I'm just trying to understand, where was you at in these reports? It didn't say anything about this person's mama being around, did it? So you around when you want to do all the crying and whining, and, I'm this person, I'm that. You want to put the title on your head. I'm mother. But then when this one's running out in the streets, where the result is, especially because I'm African American. So if you know that African Americans are blacks, and we're in America, I'm in Chicago, and you know that they're going to get locked up. My question to you is, okay, this person's out of the street. Why are you crying when they locked up? Make it make sense. Why are you acting delusional? You like, oh, well, they always locking up our black boys, okay? Your black boys out in the streets. Well, he don't want to stay in the house. Who's the parent? What is going on? Well, I gotta work and I can't do this. Okay, so you got every excuse in the book. You didn't find a backup sitter. You didn't find a neighbor that cared, that could keep an eye on your crib. Like, yeah, that little nigga was sneaking out the backyard today. And you can call him on his cell phone. Oh, you don't want to use your cell phone? I'm cutting it off. Like, where is the consequences? Because if you ain't instilling them, I promise you when they get out there, they gonna instill them. He's still sitting in jail. Let me put it that way. Next, Theta. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequency of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you. I can't make this up. This is the most happening. They saying it in cute words. You are ready, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. Okay? So, Venus energy is also protective. It's also uniqueness. If you go outside and the consensus is you're walking while black and you're going to get locked up, you go outside, what literally makes you think you're going to be the special snowflake that's not going to get locked up? I just want to know. I just want to understand. So, when you come calling, like, oh, so-and-so got locked up. Well, what happened? They're black and they were walking outside. Okay, well, yeah, they were going to get locked up. Well, why they got to lock my baby up and my baby this and my baby that? Well, where were you when your baby was walking outside when the consensus, the rule is you walk outside, you're black, you're locked up? Oh, well, you're like, okay, well, yabba dabba do, okay? The Flintstones. Next, Five of Wands, Iron Soul Orb, card number 22. Okay, so you see, in the middle, in the sacral chakra, Five of Wands. Five of Wands in your sacral chakra. Some of y'all are burning passionately burning between your legs. Got passion, like the lust demon is attacking you left and right. Y'all are in a spiritual battle with lust, okay? Because Five of Wands to come up there, that's sex, that's passion, that's desire. You are fighting tooth and nail with the demon of lust, okay? And let's see what card number 22 say. It looked like it say lay it to rest and lay yourself down and get yourself together, okay? Because if you don't have any control over that, you ain't got no self-control and discipline. How you supposed to manifest if your sacral chakra in the Five of Wands? I just want to know. How you gonna manifest something? You gotta be out there feeding that lust demon. The lust demon is fighting. So how you gonna manifest? Unless you manifesting you a prostitute, let's be real. Because that's the only way you're gonna get paid for feeding a lust demon. And if that's the answer to your questions, I ain't leading nobody into prostitution. But if that's what you want to do, my advice is you're going to have to figure out how to cool and quell this. You got to control this. You got to figure out, first of all, I always tell people, I don't care who they are, celibacy and semen retention. Because why? You are throwing your lifeblood, your life seed away, and or as a woman, you are letting a man who is as chaotic as this enter you and inject you with spiritual whatever the hell he's got. I don't know. I can't say. They are all different. You got one who can be alcoholic. They got alcoholic demons. You got one that got lust demons. They got lust demons. Now you looking at other people or y'all having similar attraction to similar people. And it's like, what the hell is going on? Or you got some that got all, they 7 upon 7 upon 7. And if he bagging them around the block, well, y'all might be around the block too. I'm just saying. So now you fighting around the block, and everybody spinning around the block, and everybody spinning around, and now y'all all in the Five of Wands, and now everybody clapping back, and got the clap, and everything's clapping around all over your bodies, and now it's mutating and turning into things. Like, literally, that's your sacral chakra. And I'm just trying to figure, you sitting down there burning and itching and bouncing around, how you supposed to manifest? Where the abundance supposed to come at? I'll wait. You can't even close your legs for one day, so you can sit down and maybe even try to work a job where you can be gainfully employed, bring a paycheck home. You at least need to work 2 weeks to get a solid paycheck in 90 days, so you can get out of the probationary period. If you can't sit still for 90 days, how you supposed to manifest? A way through the struggle has already been created for you, and you are being led onto that path. Your authentic soul path may include recognition and acclaim, notable success and admiration. Be grateful, but do not be bedazzled or distracted by such experiences. Focus on what connects you to your heart and grounds you in the simplicity of spiritual truth, which is the practice of love, kindness, and peace. Peace be still. not Five of Wands, okay? This will allow for successful progress in the material world without disturbing the sanctity of your soul. Your soul and your body is your temple. What's sacred about it if it's passed around? What's somebody they put you up on the belt and they dang on like you a trophy on their shelf, like, yeah, I got that one, I got that one, I got that one. What are we talking about? You just gave your temple away. Now you gotta lay down, reflect, and rebuild your temple. The temple kept getting destroyed in Jerusalem. They had to keep rebuilding. You think they rebuilt the exact same temple as last time? No. But can you rebuild it? Yeah. You can't rebuild it while you're running around in the Five of Wands. If you're doing war, how you gonna war and build the temple? Okay. So the bottom of the deck, we have telepathy of Tierra Mater. Okay, so telepathy of Tierra Mater. Now, it ain't no I in there, but Terra, I know it's like Terra, because that's like Earth, Tierra. But, yeah, telepathy of Terra Mater. Not Mada, but Mater. Okay, I got a little, not little, I'm Southern born, okay? Southern born. 3 of Cups. Oh, it came back out. So look, when I said this what dropped at the end of the day. Okay, friendship, celebration, Cancer energy, you know. But if that's what you use to this third-party situation, you're going to get them third-party prizes, okay? You got the 3 cups up here. Everybody got their hand out reaching for this cup. Okay? The 3 cups. You see that? They all look the same. But the people behind them are different. Right? Okay? So everybody's thinking they're getting an equal share, and they're not. Look, he over here, he got this one's booty. Okay? You see that? He's squeezing that one booty, and then the other one is kind of, you know, left off to the side and whatever. We all got different personalities and stuff, right? We all were made different. We were created different. We celebrate different. We like different things. Some of us are more social than the others, and so. But when you call by the Most High, you can stay over there and you can stay over here with this energy and allow yourself to get violated, and then wonder why you look like every other cup to the cup taker, the cup bearer, and that's low vibrational energy. That's 3D. Okay, so you one of the 3D regular laser printed cups on the shelf, or look at this energy. You can't recreate this cup. Look at that. The light is shining from the eyes. This is a unique cup. That cup don't look like these cups. And you say, that ain't no cup. That's a human face. How you trying to say that that's a cup? Well, first of all, what I can show you is it's at least water energy, because don't those look like gills and fins? Or am I tripping? Because it looks like that could be fins, that could be gills, and water energy indicates intuition. Looks like the hair is underwater, but the eyes are reflecting sun, the sun energy. So you see that? That's water energy. You see that? But it's called talking about earth. So when you combine certain elements, you are building up your temple by staying grounded, by staying vigilant, by always seeing in the light and the truth, and going towards peace, and directing your attention towards something that's not going to turn up and result in you being a 3D printed cup. Because what makes you unique is who you are as a person. If you're doing what everybody else is doing, celebrating and partying and look at us, just like look at me, it's like look at me. And the crazy thing is, a lot of cancers I know don't like to be around a lot of people like that if you ain't they people. And then sometimes even they people, it's like when they side eye or they feeling some kind of way about you, they don't want to be around you. They don't want to be around they people. They go find other people Like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling this crowd right now. So it's weird, like, that you would want to be just repeating this energy. Or maybe you're on a journey, you're looking for a unique cup that you would like to hold above the others, because this cup that's being held above the others, it looks like, or this person's holding their cup higher because the hand is on the booty here. But guess what? If you bring them all down the level, they all the same cup. Because the same thing is happening. Nothing different is happening with these cups, okay? So you're going to drink from one, and then you're going to drink from the other. Or you're going to do whatever you do. Maybe you like to flip the cups. I don't know. These cups. But water energy, that's emotions, heart space. So you like to play. It's like this is game plan. You like to play with people's emotions. This is what you do. Oh, I choose you. You're the chosen one. Ah, yay. It's like, okay, you want to be a pick me? Well, what happens when another cup is being held up above yours? Now what? Now you're the last 3D printed cup on the shelf. Okay? But you didn't do anything to align yourself to be like, I don't want to be on somebody else's shelf. I want to be sacred. I want to, like, hell, I'm okay if my shelf catch cobwebs, because they use those type of things so you can violate your temple. Oh, you celibate, you ain't been doing nothing in years. It's got cobwebs down there. Okay, because what's going on with yours? I'd rather have whatever you call is cobwebs and my stuff is re-sewn shut than be open than Lake Michigan, baby. Okay, I'd rather take my chances with that than having the dang on, you got all the under the whole sea going on down there. You got crabs and we don't know. We're finding them at the bottom of the ocean type of deals. Like, you don't know what you're putting in there because you can't see. You 3D looking at it like, well, I'm okay, knowing dang on well you don't feel right. You're burning. It don't feel good. It's like it's not the same anymore. This is different. That's different. The connection with the ex is gone, and it's like all of that. Eventually, over time, you're gonna get numb because there's no love in it. It's just fake, superficial emotions that can fit in this cup, but it don't go that deep. This one goes deep. This one is like, I see you, I hear you, I in tune you. Like, all the senses are activated. I'm just saying, you pick what you want. You can get that cup, and then the 3D cup is sitting on the shelf until that person want to pick it back up. Because, or you can get the deeper connections. That real love. I'm searching for a real love. So, telepathy of Terra Mater. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. Okay? The skillful and unpredictable workings of Earth Mother, that's what I said. I knew it was Earth energy, are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in directions are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. Okay? Diligence, consistency, and, not to downplay this energy, because this is friendship vibes. If you can create and master a solid, stable, grounded friendship, a lot of the times those turn out to be possibly loves of a lifetime. Also, people that you may meet in your purpose, when you're actually in your purpose and it ain't just a job, okay? Because those change. But when you're in your career and you're in your purpose, a lot of times that's where the alignment and the Most High is sending in your purpose. Because I tell people, your person, you think the Most High stupid? You think the Most High is stupid? That they gonna bring you somebody and then eventually it's like, oh, I can't stand this person. If the Most High made somebody for you, You know, especially if both of y'all are operating in his image and likeness, you don't think that you gonna be fulfilled? But you gotta know the Most High, and you gotta know move like the Most High, and you gotta move when the Most High tells you, and how he tells you to move, and who he's presenting to you. Because otherwise, you just doing it by your own hands. I mean, that's what you get. You're gonna get what you're gonna get because that's what you wanted to present, and it wasn't what the Most High had for you. So now you're missing out on your blessings because you over here fighting in the 5 of Wands, trying to find some peace. Now you want peace be still. Because you done been over here clapping and clipping and clamping and now y'all clanked together and stuff. You don't know who you clanked up with and all they demons and all of that. They all transferring all around. I mean, if that's the life you want, hey. But that is your reading. So I will see you later. Thank you.